When I ask people, who are you? They don't realize that they're an amalgamation of three people. Each and every one of you is unconsciously an amalgamation of three people. Who you used to be, who you are, and who you want to be. And this is very confusing because you never have any accurate assessment of your abilities. If you judge yourself as who you want to be, then you will over-exaggerate your abilities and you'll think you can do more than you can do, and you feel entitled also to a lot of things that you don't yet deserve. But the other way around is also dangerous. If you start thinking that I am who I used to be, then you will undervalue yourself and you will just give up on a lot of opportunities because, either you can't get started, you keep procrastinating, or you think that something is wrong with you and you keep seeking help and you never feel the confidence to get started. So this is the dangerous situation in which many people are finding themselves, and I'm going to give you the solution in this audio. My name is Guru Pashupati. I'm the lineage authority of a very ancient school of yoga called Triloka Khada, and this mountain school of yoga has taught me everything about life that my education didn't teach me, and I feel that it's my duty to share it with everybody else because you all deserve to know what I'm about to tell you now, and this is your birthright. Okay, so here you go. When you begin to assess yourself from what you're not, that's called samskara in yoga. Impressions on the mind which are creating a distorted view of who you are. So I want you to just understand this. The solution is really very simple. People who have a mirror in their room usually tend to keep their room cleaner, and people who have a mirror also tend to appear better. And the reason is because they look at themselves every day. And that's all. That's the mechanism we're going to use. Okay? If you really look at yourself every day, you'll start taking more care about your appearance and your body. It's the same thing with the mind. I don't know if you're not looking at yourself every day, but please get naked and look at yourself in the mirror every day so that you understand that you have to do something about your body, which is for most people distorted and out of shape, just like their mind. So what I'm going to give you now is a mind mirror. How to do this? Some people have a strong visualization power. They can do this without a paper and a pen. For the others, I recommend you get a paper and a pen. And ask yourself how you feel about any goal that you have. Or if you don't have any goals, how do you feel about your future? Ask yourself that question and see what emotions bubble up. Now is the time to drink a tall glass of honesty and ask yourself, if what I'm feeling now was a person, what would he or she look like? Or they look like, okay? Just ask what would they look like and kind of either visualize it or draw it to the best of your ability. It doesn't matter. And now ask yourself, is that how I want to be? Emotionally. Do I want my emotional body to look like this? And when your emotional body is distorted like that, well, it is an emotional body because you've taken your emotions and you've created an equivalent visual of it using a function of the brain called synesthesia, where it can convert feelings into a visual, and this is what all artists use. So they take the feelings and they paint it. So what you're doing is the same thing. Some of you might be able to just visualize it and you can save yourself the trouble of drawing it. But those of you who can't visualize, just draw it. And when you look at that image, either in your mind or on the paper in front of you, what would you change about this? And just change it. Those of you strong with visualization can just visualize it. And those of you who are not strong with visualization, just redraw it. It's okay if your drawing looks like a child's drawing, that's totally all right. You'll still be able to express what's wrong with that kind of feeling and this kind of feeling. And when you start making a less distorted and more beautiful body, you'll automatically feel better, because by synesthesia, your brain converts that back into a feeling. And then you understand, I want to feel like this all the time. I don't want to get distorted. How do you do this? How do you establish that you don't get distorted again by the samskara? You keep drawing. Every day, at least 3 times for the next 9 days. That's all you need to do. And in 9 days, you would have drawn yourself 27 times, which means that's good enough. I mean, it's more than what you need. Even drawing yourself second or third time, you'll be able to quickly feel like the better person that you drew. And that's it. So I've given you a method to look at the mirror. And when my Guru, Mahavatar Babaji, asked me to do this, I didn't have any paper where I was, so I drew it in the sand. And I did not like who I was at that point. And I said, this is a distorted image of a person. I would like to be like this. And then he said, yes, go ahead and be that. Never forget who you are, who you want to be, and who you were. And don't distort it. If you are exactly who you are right now, you have an accurate assessment of your power. It may not be flattering if your ego is big. And if you're suffering from low self-esteem, it's probably because you haven't really assessed who you are. And then you'll know what you have to work on. Instead of just feeling miserable about yourself, you'll know what you got to work on. Try this and let me know in the comments how was your experience. And if you have any questions or if it flopped for you, let me know, so I'll tell you in the comments what you can do better. Okay, so this is something I want a lot of people to do, I just want to spread this, so feel free to share it with as many people as you want who you think need it. And feel free to tell me what you think.